Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. Guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. I see my girls are in the house. Miss Wu was the first one that came in. I'm gonna have to start giving out some gifts, especially the first ones comes in. Early birds gets the worm. Okay. I see Shandella. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, charge it to this southern accent. Shadella Hartgrove, or just say Miss M. Finn Hartgrove. Okay, she says, "Good afternoon, everyone." And my girl, country girl, Queena is in the house. She say, "Happy magical Monday, Lady D and chat." I just love the way, girl, you just call forth your days. I mean, gosh, I love it, love it, love it. So, guys, if you can hear me real good, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I didn't do a mic check, but make sure you give me a thumbs up to let me know that my mic is great because I'd be having problems with stuff like this. But oh my God, I've been dragging trying to come on to go ahead and do a recap when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville. This right here is season 8, episode 3, which I just don't know. Meme is hate misbehaving both. We just don't understand how did they went ahead and jump 7. If anybody got that information, let me know. Why did they bypass 7? Make it make sense. This is the only reality show that I know that really, skip the episode. My girl misbehaving is in the house. She says, "Good afternoon, Lady D, country girl, Queena, and chat. How are you doing, misbehaving?" I was at on her live this morning. I was at the doctor's office, and my God, make sure you go ahead and check out Misbehaving. Misbehaving is fun. She's another one, honey. Trust me, she's not going to cut corners at all, especially when it comes to this reality show right here. But I don't know about you guys. To me, this episode right here, episode 3, I was very disappointed. I mean, I really don't even really remember nothing if I would have never took notes. I mean, it was what I call a bore fest. I mean, it was a bore fest. I didn't like it at all. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stay with this right here. I might just go ahead and just jump back over to Real Housewives of Atlanta and see what's going on over there, and do some reviews when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta now that Portia is back. But when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, to me, it just don't make no sense. I just don't. I just don't understand the show. I don't know, and we was talking about that on Misbehaving's channel as well. I saw a few of them came in the comments and, saying that, are they all, they stunting? And even Martell, because it's a lot of stuff don't make no sense, especially when it comes to the arrest part. Notice when Martell got arrested, that's when they start filming. So did they sit there and play with the court system? Make it make sense. They knew that, once that arrest, then now they have a storyline. And if Martell is on, you know, playing with this right here, the court system, and they just pulling a wool over our head, then trust me, you're gonna be on the chopping block as well because I'm getting sick of this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting sick of this. Misbehaving says it's too much information focused on melody, and absolutely. And we talked about this all the time, and that's why I don't think that it will be a good reality show because we already know that when it comes to Call Us King already, made it aware and made it known that Melody, she is the executive producer of that show. She could have said Melody and Martell because Martell is the one that opened the door to get Melody in. But he said Melody, she is the executive producer when it comes to that show. So if it's Melody, she has, some kind of boss hat, then she can direct this show any way she wants to, which that's what she's doing. Because see, since season 7, they've been 7 or 8 seasons, it's been all about Melody and Martell. And I don't know about you guys, and I've been saying this from day one. It's like beating a dead horse. So we are sick and tired of seeing Melody and Martell going back and forth. It's just too much. Especially when this right here is considered as an ensemble cast, and all we talking about is the stuff that's going on with these two. Make it make sense. It's time for these two to go their separate ways and come up with some type of solution. That's exactly how I see it. And if Martell, like he said, tell my reality, tell my true story, or just go ahead and fire me. So if you cannot tell your true story, but everybody on social media is out there spying on these guys and putting information that's not on the show, especially when it comes to Martell and Ariane, then M- tell your story. Bring Ariane on. And that's the part I don't understand when it comes to Martell. Now, I do understand when Martell had told Tasha K that, he don't want to bring his family, he didn't want to bring his family on social reality shows because how they tear, people apart. But now, like I said, your life is an open display. Everybody is picking apart. We got these people stalking your every move. And, now we want to know, what's going on in your personal life because we've seen it all on social media. Either you with Ariane or you're not. I think that when it comes to Martell, he owe Ariane that. And if he cannot sit there and bring her to the light, show her, then if I was Ariane, I would just walk away because I'm sick and tired of these melanuts coming on their platform and showing little clips of pictures of Martell in the hospital and Martell and Ariane and the family is at the zoo, or now I'm seeing pictures floating out that Ariane and Martell and the family, they were at a pool. Now, to me, I don't know about you guys, but it is scary. So if I was Martell, I would get my team together, get my attorneys together, and talk to the high up whomever and say, look, they are putting my family out there that is not on that show. So if they wants to see them, then they gonna have to pay. They gonna have to pay, or it's best for Martell to just go ahead and walk away because no way in the world, like I said before, I would allow them to elevate one person, which is Melody, because that's exactly what they've been doing. Now we know exactly why, because Melody, she wears a boss hat. She's an executive producer. So quite obvious she got some type of say. So make it make sense. So that's why it is so hard to talk about what's going on that show, because most of the stuff that is going on this reality show, we don't see it, but we see it on social media. This is confusing for everybody. I'm very confused. I don't know about you guys, but I am very confused. I see my girls in the house. Ken's big sister, she says, "Good afternoon, all working but listening." Thank you very, very much. Thank you for coming in and spending time with Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, indeed. My girl misbehaving, she says, it's supposed to be an ensemble cast, but the Scotts, the Fletchers, the Stormy, and Destiny are being treated as supporting cast. It's like Donna Ross and her backup singer. That's exactly what it seems like. But the thing about it is, when it was Donna Ross, when she was the leading singer, she did what she needed to do. She handled her business. But this girl is not handling her business. Miss Buddy is not handling her business. She's not entertaining. She's poking in everybody's business. So let me see if I can go ahead and at least try to talk about, what I did see on this last episode, season 8, episode 3, which that's confusing because we want to know, how did they skip 7? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. But they open up Nell Fletcher and Melody, they was playing pickleball, and that right there, that was boring because we don't want to see that. I definitely don't want to see that because they left a lot of stuff that, still is very, very questionable. That right there, it was boring. And not only that, they showed most of the entire uh episode. It was showing Stormy. I mean, Stormy, she had a lot of scenes this week. And you guys, I like Stormy. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I really do like Stormy. I went ahead and I purchased the products. I even, went ahead and gave some little giveaways. But I don't think, when it comes to Stormy, I don't think that Stormy is a good fit when it comes to this show right here, because Stormy is doing good. So, like they say, what is not broken, don't fix what's not broken. God have opened so many streams of income when it comes to Stormy, where Stormy does not need this reality show, especially this one right here. I don't want to see Stormy here. And some of you guys, you might not want to hear it, but like I said, this right here is my opinion. I think Stormy is doing good of what she's doing now that, people do know her. Continue focusing on your beauty care. Don't sit there and try to cash your pearls to swans, because God has opened doors for Stormy. Stormy is doing good, but I don't want to see Stormy comes on and so materialistic. She don't have a storyline besides, selling her products. But you don't need this show to push your products. You did really good off of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Stormy sold her products not by, really promoting herself on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Stormy sat there and a door opened for her on TikTok, and that's where she went. And she's been selling all of her products out ever since, right there on TikTok. I remember my daughter was buying Canvas Beauty, and we didn't even know who Stormy was, but they still was purchasing the products. And I still believe that people is going to continue purchasing her products. So if I was Stormy, I would go ahead and I would get the heck away from Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because that is not a show if you trying to sit there and build, your empire. That's not the show, because we already know how these melanuts are very, very jealous. And if Melody hands is not in it, they going to do any and everything to try to sabotage what Stormy is doing. And also, I didn't like the fact, I thought that Stormy, once they come back on, then she, came with a different, uh way of thinking. She had time to think it out when it came to Marcel, when she had called Marcel a B. She's still sticking to her word. Now, I don't like that at all, because I don't like when, especially women, emasculate a black man. Because first of all, it was out of line for Stormy to call uh Marcel a B. And if I was Tisha, I would have checked her, but I wouldn't even give Stormy any airtime because we already know that Stormy is trying her best to poke the bear. All she just trying to do is get a reaction from Tisha, because once she get a reaction from Tisha, then she feel that she can have both foot in the door. But now she don't have both foot in the door. That's why she was filming with the new members. She brought them in because Melody really is not going to film with her. Kimmy is not going to film with Stormy, and Tisha and Marcel, we already know they say they are done. So, I don't know if Stormy is trying her best to sit there and get a reaction from Tisha, but I like Stormy. So, why I like her, and why things are going good, Stormy, I think it's best for you to go ahead and leave that show. So that's how I feel about that. I see Misbehaving. She said, I don't know if I read this already, but she said, yes, I like everyone on the show. I believe after those folks attack Stormy business, she's afraid of being authentic. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that Stormy is a good fit when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I just don't see it. Also, Misbehaving said, yes, I was familiar with Canvas Beauty way before Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I was proud to learn it was a young black woman, absolutely. And God has blessed her tremendously. Her beauty products are doing amazing. Amazing. And Country Girl says, too many jealous people for me. Absolutely. So if I was her, while I have those streams of income that's flowing into my account, I would sit there and I will walk away. I just will walk away. I just don't see, Stormy very entertaining when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And I don't think that she's a good fit, not for that show. Maybe, for some other show down the line, but not that show. If I was her, I would just focus on my brand. Also, Country Girl said, can we get the likes up? Absolutely, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also share these videos, guys. Get me in the algorithm, and I like, people are sharing the videos. I see when I looked at the analytics, I saw that 20 people went ahead and shared these videos. And I thank you very, very much for doing that. And also, if you feel led to go ahead and hit that Cash App, Real Talk 985, Real Talk 985, or better yet, like I said, hit the like button, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you at all. So before I continue, guys, I have to go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. Is under Section 107 Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, guys, again, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Okay. So getting back with that right there, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like how they went ahead and opened it up. And also I see where Mel had asked why Tisha and Kimmy, wasn't at the podcast, the podcast that, Carlos King, is on tour with. And why was she worried about if Tisha and Kimmy was at the podcast when she had this old weird, creepy ceremony of denouncing her last name, her marriage name? Did she invited Tisha and Kimmy? No. Every event that Melody have, she don't invite Tisha and Kimmy. Why she didn't invite Tisha and Kimmy to her to that little creepy ceremony that she had? So all of a sudden she wants to worry about why Tisha and Kimmy. And I'm glad that they didn't show up, because Carlos King made it all about Melody. Who wants to watch an ensemble cast, a chorus 6, where they all sat there putting in equal work, but you want the other cast members to go and watch you elevate and crown and make Melody's head bigger than it already is? Come on, guys, make it make sense. I wouldn't have went to that mess either. And just like Kimmy, and I love Kimmy. I like Kimmy. I don't care what you guys say about Kimmy. I like Kimmy. Kimmy is straightforward. Kimmy said, and it's not exact words, what's the purpose of going there when all it was going to be about is Melody's vicious fans, those malicious fans. They go in there, that's just like going into the lion's den because Carlos King made it all about Melody. And that's why I say Carlos King messed up that show. He messed up the show. Nobody don't even want to watch that show. I don't even know if I'm going to do any more commentary when it comes to that right there. It's just too much. I don't want to watch all this trauma bonding because that's exactly what this show about. They need to change it from Love and Marriage in Huntsville and change it to a trauma bonding reality show. That's exactly what they need to do. But let's go ahead and move on. I see my girl Starbucks Love is in the house. She says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D." Yes, indeed, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let's go ahead and move on with that. Like I said, Carlos King, he put all his eggs in one basket. He's sitting there, was banking on Melody. And like I said, I don't know why, because I truly believe that every last person, that was a part of this ensemble cast, they had something to offer. And I also saw Kimmy. Kimmy was on Carlos King on his platform on YouTube. I think it was Kimmy and Dustin. I think his name is Dustin. And Kimmy is doing a lot of things. Kimmy is opening, up businesses. Her son, is closing out on homes. These people are doing a lot, but we would never know. We would never know what the Scotts are doing. We would never know because they make it all about Melody. And I'm sick and tired of this. So also they made sure that Sonny and Moses brought I don't know what I put that right there. They talked about they made sure that Sonny and Moses both had a seat at the table. And I don't understand the part about Sonny and Moses. That right there is garbage. That right there could have stayed on the cutting room floor because, like I said, why would anyone accept Sonny and Moses when they didn't accept what was going on when it came to Melody and Martell? Make it make sense. So what makes you think that they going to throw out the red carpet when it comes to Sonny and Moses? That right there, that was pure garbage. And the thing about it, she was a producer. And I think right there, it done taunted her name. Nobody is not even going to work with Sonny no more. And nobody is not going to work when it comes to those women producers, not when it comes to their family. Who going to allow these loose women to go in their house and before you know it, they going to sit there and try to take your man? Keep them out. Keep them out. Okay. So let me go ahead and move on. Like I said, the next scene was talking about Stormy. Stormy went, and the newbie Tisha, not Tisha, Trisha. Now I saw a lot of people, they said that they don't like Tisha. I like Tisha. I really like Tisha. I like her boyfriend, her fiance Ken. I really like them. And it's not like, I know them. We don't know them. Just give them a chance. The people just came on. This is their first scene, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they don't like her. Now, I did see, you could hear in her voice she's nervous, because she's new. Every last person that came on these reality shows, even when Nene Leakes, had came on the reality show. Nene Leakes, how she was looking. She, people, like I say, give them time, and give them time. But I kind of like Trisha, but I didn't like the part when she was telling Stormy that she going to work with Tisha, and asking her what you think. Girl, this is your business. What's the purpose of you are asking Stormy, what you think about working with Tisha? Make it make sense, and I think she's Destiny's trainer. So I think that if anyone, she would have shot the first scene with, it should have been Tisha, not Tisha. I'm getting her name. I'm gonna get it right. Trisha. It should have been Trisha and Destiny. They should have shot the scene together, not Trisha and Stormy. To me, I didn't understand that. To me, it was kind of confusing. I see Sweet Brown Kisses is in the house. She says most of them are rolling out the red carpet for Sonny and Moses because they hate Destiny so much. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why I say when it comes to that show right there, Brown Kisses, I think that they should go ahead and revamp because they really tarnished that show. Miss Burgundy. I'm gonna get the name Burgundy. Ra from the ATL. She says that Tisha and her boyfriend, Trisha and her boyfriend ain't no better than Sonny and Moses. She's still married, and he's been the side dude that she's been cheating with for years. Well, we haven't got to that yet, so I don't know how all that is going to work out. But it's something that I caught, and I didn't see other YouTubers talking about it because I thought that one of the YouTubers that I like, I thought that he was going to talk about it. But Kent, he said he's from Dayton, Ohio. And right there when he said that, he was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio, a red flag came up, a light came up because that's where Ariane from. Ariane is from, that's her hometown, Dayton, Ohio. So maybe, they got something going on. Maybe, he probably say, he know Ariane, and that's how they going to go ahead and open the door, for Ariane to come in, to come on that show. So maybe that might be. I was waiting for at least one of the YouTubers misbehaving when this guy Ken had said that he was from Dayton, Ohio. I was pretty sure that they was going to tie Ariane with it, because Ariane Curry, she also is from Dayton, Ohio. Okay. So again, my girl, country girl, Queenie says, hello, welcome everyone coming in the chat. Also, Misbehaving says, thank you. I would trust none of the producers. Their job is to get you to trust them, disclose your personal information. And it is interesting enough, they used it for a storyline. Absolutely. And who did it? Sonny did it. Sonny did everything that people was afraid that was going to happen. And she showed that these producers, they are not to be trusted. But the thing about it is that it made Carlos King look bad because when he was on the podcast, what did Carlos King said? Carlos King said that, my producers, they work hard, which most likely they work hard, but they also said they're working hard to get some of these people information and turning it against them. And most of them, and I'm not going to say Carlos King producers do it, but they feed these YouTubers. Half of those YouTubers, how they get that information, they get it from these producers. People sit there and they putting all that information out, especially when they try to elevate one person. And I'm pretty sure all that right there, is going to come out. Okay. So let's go ahead and see where I'm at because to me, this was a bore fest. Okay. So Stormy has said that Trisha, I think Stormy used to do Trisha's hair way back. So I guess that's why the two of them went ahead and filmed. So that's what it was about. And also, I think he brought her on that Stormy should have someone to film. So, maybe they brought Trisha theirs, so Stormy could have someone to film with. Because just like I had said earlier, I don't think that the Scott's going to film with Stormy. And we already know that Stormy is still harping, and not letting go when she went ahead and disrespect Martell. So why would Tisha go ahead and get in her face? Okay. So she also hold on, guys. Let me see where I'm at. So Stormy also has said that she think that Trisha and Ken, they going to get along good with the Scotts because we already know that Ken had said that he liked Marcel, and he also like Maurice. And I think, they all going to get along because if I'm not mistaken, I think that Ken has said that, he visit Black, so I'm pretty sure that they all going to get along very, very well. Okay. And we already saw the scene with Stormy and Courtney when they went out and start car shopping. So like I said, I don't want to see that, I don't want to see all that right there, to me, I don't want to see it. And then when they was, buying cars, they end up talking the same storyline that Stormy, she wants to have a surrogate so she can get another kid. I don't want to talk about that as well. But also when it comes to Trisha, to me, I don't know about you. What you think about that, guys? I think that Trisha, she kind of remind me of Coco on SWV. That's who she looked like to me. She looked like Coco. When I saw her, she kind of looked like Coco. I mean, the same facial features and all. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to the scene when it comes to Melody, Tisha, and Kimmy when they went ahead and met up. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about it because I didn't like that part as well because it's like it's forced. You can see it in Kimmy's eyes. One thing about Kimmy cannot hide anything because her eyes tells it all. You could see that Kimmy really, like I say, she really don't like Melody because she know that Melody is fake. Now, when it comes to Tisha, Tisha, she can go ahead and she can play it out. But I'm tired. I don't know about you guys, but I am tired of those fake scenes, okay? And I'm so tired of Melody only wants to be the one to call the shots. If Melody uh wants to talk to the women, it's always Melody pick the place and the time. I'm sick of that. And when it's Kimmy and Tisha, they wants to pick a place and a time. Melody, most likely, she won't even show up. Make it make sense. But they always at this little small business for the the palm people, and I hate that. I hate a black reality show. And I'm not being racist, but I'm saying it's time for us to start supporting black businesses. I call the Braxtons out. I remember when the Braxtons used to do the same thing. Every time when they go to a restaurant or go to some type of event, it always be a event that that belongs to a palm people. I know good and well that it got black businesses somewhere around where they can go to. Now they going to sit there and advertise every time that you look. That's what I want to talk about. Because like I said, I don't look at the show the way that some of you guys look at it. Okay. If you got an all black reality show, support black businesses. We got, like I say, a small percentage. 1% of black businesses in the United States. That's very, very small. So if you have a very huge platform, start supporting black businesses. I'm pretty sure it has some black businesses that was nice where they could have sit down and put a few plants in some dirt. Make it make sense. They could have went in their backyard and did that. They could have went in their backyard to do that. Make it make sense. You right. You right, country girl. Be one first. Be one first. If you got a black ensemble cast, black owned, then get some black businesses and advertise that black business. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Okay. I can't stand when they sit there and they advertising palm people business. Okay. Don't you think that they got enough? Wow. Make it make sense. And then Melody had the audacity to say, "Thank you, Miss Cat. Thank you, Miss Kit," or whatever her name. So it's like, to me, it's like, "Thank you, Miss Annie." Sound just like a plantation Negro. "Thank you, Miss Kit." That's how they used to talk back then. Make sure that they're going to say Miss when it comes to these palm people. But I promise you, you're not going to hear Miss Buddy calling Kimmy Miss Tisha. but they know how to put a handle when it comes to these palm people. Make it make sense. Thank you, Miss Kid. Oh my God, I could have. Oh, I had puke in my mouth. Oh my God, I can't take this show, guys. This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. Misbehaving says, I noticed that also. I'm tired of Kimmy and Tisha looking like lapdogs, yawning for Miss Business approval. Absolutely. I mean, stop forcing it. Stop faking it. You guys, look, you guys cannot get along. And I went back to the very first season, how all this stuff came about. All of it came about because they saw that Melody was changing. Melody, she was getting a big head. Melody wanted to put them in the back. Melody wanted to make it all about them, where Kimmy had called her out. Kimmy called her out. Look, you sitting there, you want to go and hobnob with these people, and you getting a big head. So Kimmy called her out, especially when it's supposed to be about an ensemble cast doing business together, black businesses. But no, she and Martell at the time, they were only looking out for themselves. Tell the truth, guys, and shame the devil, okay? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Like I said, in here is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. If you can't stand the heat, then you get out of the kitchen, because I know some of you guys, you're not used to this type of talking, okay? But tell it to them, like I said, tell it to them. Misbehaving says, yes, people start watching Love and Marriage in Huntsville from season 1 up until now. Yes, I was going to go ahead and play some clips to show you guys how it all came about. And it really started when I think Tisha and Marcel, they went on a vacation and they invited everybody else. I think they was renewing their vows, and something about it was about pictures. And Melody didn't want to take pictures, and she was it was something that she it was something that was going on, and it gave them a different, it made them see a different side when it came to Melody. So that was, I think it was like season 3. Yeah, I think it was season 3. I went ahead and I recorded some clips. I might play those clips so I can, show you guys how all this started, because it always a root to everything. But getting back to them promoting palm businesses, I'm sick and tired of it. If you're going to be on this show and you guys going to go out and make sure that you go to black establishments, black businesses, and enjoy yourself. Show people that we can enjoy ourselves amongst our own people, because when we bless, everybody else should be blessed. And if you're trying to sit there and build up your community, then build up your black community businesses as well. Okay. So let me go ahead and continue with this right here. Yeah, so I don't know why I put this right here. Yeah, oh yes, yes. Tisha had told Melody, that they all went on their vacation in Africa. They went to South Africa, which I saw the pictures. It was so beautiful. And I hope they show us, more scenes of, they were, when it was on their vacation, because I would love to see those scenes on the show, to know that Marcel and Tisha, they went ahead and they took their entire family to Africa. And Melody, she had to throw something slick in it. She said, "Oh, this time he didn't go by himself." Wow, make it make sense. Oh my God. I just hope that, like I said, leave these people alone. Let this girl sit there and come with her own people. But I do hope that they do show more scenes. That's if Martell and Melody, they don't make it all about themselves. But I would love to see more scenes of Marcel and Tisha and the family, their little vacation that they had in South Africa. I would love to see that. And it's going to be a lasting remembrance, especially when it comes to those children. They'll never forget, especially going to the motherland. Okay. Going to the motherland. I like that part. Ken's big sister says, "You ain't saying nothing wrong. Keep speaking the truth." Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And you know how it is with the truth. You know, people, they would rather for you to run with a lie. But like I said, here's real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. Okay, my girl, country girl, Queenie say, ain't nobody, no, yes sir, boss, absolutely. But they know how to tell these power that be, these palm people, calling them Miss. Thank you, Missy Ann. Thank you. I hate that. Oh my God, I hate when they do that. Oh my God, make it make sense. But they'll sit there and try to tear us apart, tear us down to the white meat. Okay. So let me continue going on and see where I'm at. So So, yeah, this part right here, this part really, I liked it. This part had gotten me when Kimmy had said that she didn't go on a vacation this year because her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and we already know that Kimmy was also, diagnosed with breast cancer, and I thank God that Kimmy was able to beat it. But Kimmy was saying that, her mom stayed at her home, her and Maurice, she helped nurse the mom, back to health because we already know that Kimmy is a nurse. And that's why I said, how these YouTubers, these content creators was poking fun when it comes to cancer. Man, cancer is no joke. Cancer is no joke. It's nothing to make content about. And I just hope, when it comes to Maurice, that Maurice does not let go, because that was really grimy to call Maurice a cancer hunter, knowing that his wife was fighting that. That's nothing to play about. So I hope that, he continue with the process. Don't let off of them, because the minute you let off of them, they're gonna sit there and try to turn the narrative as if, he's scared, just like they're trying to do with the other content creators, saying that Maurice, may let it go. No, don't let it go. Don't let off of these people, because it's nothing to play with. But that's the reason why Kimmy said, that she and her husband, they did not go on any vacation, because her mom, they found out that she was diagnosed with cancer as well. Okay. So Misbehaving say, Queen, I was a diehard supporter of Melody from season 1 to season 5, so I overlooked a shady thing she did. Season 5 is when I realized she wasn't innocent. Absolutely, because what she was trying to do is she was trying to make it all about herself. She was trying to make herself as this big old star, and she's the it girl, and having these people boost her head. But if you all that in some, show us what you working with, girl, because you haven't showed us anything. All you doing is just beating up this black man. And the sad thing about it is that he letting you beat him. So I don't know if I don't know what's going on when it comes to that, because it's time for Martell to wake up. Okay. So let me go ahead and move on from that. So yes, I talked about that earlier. How Kimmy said that her and Maurice, they are working on property. So I would like to see them. I would like them to see they are working together. Like I say, trying to get the show back to what it was originally, when it was the comeback group. It's supposed to be about black, entrepreneurs building in their communities. So I would like to see more about that. To me, that is not boring, because that's what they built the show upon. Okay. So Tisha talked about, she enjoyed being a stay-at-home mom. And I don't know why Miss Buddy looked like she frowns upon. She really hates Tisha when Tisha talk about being a stay-home mom. A stay-home mom, that's a full job. That is nothing to sit there and frown upon. But it looked like, when you say that you are a mom, and you're a stay home mom, it's like they look down on stuff like that. Make it make sense, guys. And you know good well it is not easy. Tisha said, she enjoyed going to her kids' events, to school, and being home for her children. Nothing is wrong with that. She don't have nothing to prove, because Tisha, like I said, she don't have not two, but she have 3 degrees. Tisha have a bachelor's and she have 2 master's degree. And you're not a dummy to get a master's degree. You have to be very, very smart to get a master's degree in business. Okay, so she's no dummy. So if she wants to sit there and stay home and help her kids until they old enough to be dependent and doing things themselves, then let her do it because her master's degree, her business is not going to go anywhere. So I don't understand why, it looked like when the minute when Tisha said that she's a stay-home mom, it's like they want to go ahead and frown on it. Make it make sense, guys. But so Tisha, she just came out and she talked she brought up the conversation about all the stuff that is going on social media. When it came to Melody and Martell, Tisha, she brought it up. And that's what I always talk about. Most of all the stuff that happens, it's not happening on the show. It always happened on social media. And it's just sad. It's sad to me that, all the drama is on social media. And just like we was talking about even when we was on Misbehaving channel, that is a lot of stuff that don't make no sense. It just don't add up, especially when it comes to all this drama, when it comes to Melody and Martell going back and forth with the court and Martell getting arrested. And it doesn't make no sense. And I just don't understand, especially when I saw this picture right here, how Martell got up looking all goofy. This woman sitting there making you look like a freaking clown. I mean, it's like two clowns in a circus. Like I say, this is like a minstrel show. How long Martell is going to allow himself to be dragged by Melody and also call us king? Because they are the ones that's getting paid in ratings off of the back of this black man. And if he ready to come out of this and he wants to be his own authentic self, then tell your story. Just like you said, either you sit there and show my real life what's going on, or just go ahead and fire me, walk away. That day when Martell had got up at this reunion, I would have walked straight out the door and got in my car and wouldn't have never looked back. Wouldn't have never looked back. That's why I just don't understand. Is these people pulling the wool over us? Because that's exactly what it's looking like. Soon in a minute, when the show is about to air, then we see a big article that Martell got arrested. Are these people sitting there? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? You know, it doesn't make no sense. But like I said, the love of money is the root of all evil. Good money, bad money. They don't care because some of these people, they have sold their soul for almighty dollars. But if you playing with the court system, stuff that is not going to go away could get you in prison, and you allow this woman to use you, it says a lot about you as well. So I just hope that it is not true. I just hope that, if Martell decide to stay on this show, then he can be able to bring his family. If he got Ariane, then he should sit there and bring her forth. I wouldn't settle for nothing because we already know that Ariane wants to come on the show. But I wouldn't just come on the show for pennies on a dollar because we already know the minute that Ariane comes on that show, the ratings going to hit the roof. The ratings are going to hit the roof because look how it is when the minute when Ariane and Martell go on social media. The minute when they go on social media, I mean, it's like people just sitting on Reddit. Oh, they on, boom. They right there sitting on their page. Sitting right there on that page. So, I hope that they can be able to negotiate to get Ariane on that show because as we can see right now, all the pictures that they posting on social media, he's with Ariane. And I'm pretty sure, and I've been saying this from day one. I think that they are married. I think they are married. It's just that, he don't wanna put it out. He most likely, Martell probably say, "If you wanna know that story, then you're gonna have to pay me big." But if I was Ariane, I would sit there and say, look, I'm not going to sit there and allow Melody and everybody to, use my likeness, because you don't have to come out and say Ariane Curry, just like she brought up to Nell. If I'm not mistaken, she brought that conversation. Melody brought it to Nell. She's saying the baby mama. We already know who the baby mama. You might as well say Ariane. So if you're going to use her likeness, then give her a chance to tell her side. Give her a chance to come on, because nowhere in the world you're going to come on a show and you're going to continue mention her likeness when we know who you're talking about. Then you might as well go ahead and put on a show. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Martell had told Tasha K, they already said, don't even bring Ariane's name up. But who bringing Ariane's name up? Miss Buddy. Like they say, when you go low, you take it to hell. And knock, knock, who's behind that door? Ariane Curry. So you might as well to go ahead and let her in. Misbehaving says, I believe Melody is feeling self conscious about not spending as much time with her children. So she feels as if Tisha is taking a dig at her. She's jealous. I just don't understand why people don't see it. Melody is very jealous of Tisha. She don't want to see Tisha sitting there, doing what she like to do. She think that, oh, just because you staying home, you less of a mom. You missing out. Like I say, what God has for you, it is for you, and no devil in hell can come against it. Let her raise her kids. Just because you out there hobnobbing and your bags is packed by the door and you going overseas or wherever you going, and you missing the very most important time when it comes to these children gonna remember that. These children is not going to remember. And I talked about it before, the gifts, the red bottom shoes, and how you allowed them to sit there and go in the room and break up whatever they need to break up, and you just going to go ahead and replace it. Those kids not going to remember the fun mom. Those kids gonna remember when they up all night with nightmares, and who they see. They see daddy. They don't see mama. Or they seen daddy tucking them into bed and helping them with their homework. Those are the things that those kids going to remember. They're not going to remember all the materialistic stuff. And that's real talk. That's real talk, guys. Country Girl says that I'll catch the replay later. Okay, okay. Thank you for coming in and modding for me, Country Girl. She says, gotta run errands. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Um, so let's go. Oh my God, I think I went ahead and erased it. But if I erased it, oh well, because like I said, this was nothing but a daggone bore fest anyway, okay? So let me go ahead and see what else, because if I wouldn't have wrote all this down, I promise you I wouldn't have never remembered nothing that was going on. So they talked about the text messages, and we already know when it comes to the text messages, Tisha had said it had happened months ago, and asking Melody why she went ahead and she filed charges. And we already know, like I said, Martell admitted that he did it. It was wrong, and I don't understand why they saying it was a RP, because according to Martell said that it was not a RP, it was text messages, and he showed uh the text messages. He showed it to Tasha K, where he was telling Melody to leave him, leave him the F alone. So I don't know how all this stuff is going to play out, but I just hope that Martell does not try to spare Melody this time, because he already know where all that right there had got him. So I just hope that he be able to tell his side, and after that move on. We sick of it. We sick of it. We had enough of this. It's time for those two people to sit there and go their separate ways. But I know one thing. Let me go ahead and put this out. I know if they all go to the reunion. No way in the world. If I was Martell, I would be in the cage. You know how, they always separate, when it's some kind of conflict, because we already know that Carlos King came out and said, that they cannot film together. But if I was Martell, I wouldn't leave the set. Just like how we see Nell Fletcher. Nell Fletcher got something going on, and we already know that. First of all, Nell only doing what producers and most likely executive producer Melody is telling Nell to do, because why Nell always be the one to pitch parties? Nell Fletcher always the one that having some type of event, because she know when she have an event, she can exclude Martell out. So that's the reason why she's having an event, because they don't want to be no part of Martell. But this is Martell's show as well. Martell is executive producer. So why are Martell is allowing these people to railroad him like that? But I know one thing: when they go to the reunion, they're not going to put me in a separate room in a cage like they did. What's her name on Basketball Wives? I can't think what her name is. You know who I'm talking about, when Evelyn Lazada and the Nigerian girl, I can't think what her name is, had her in a cage like she was the violent one. And we already know Evelyn Lazada was jumping tables and throwing glasses and everything else. And we already know when it comes to Melody, Melody was throwing glasses and taking lighter fluid and torches and baseball bats. If anybody should be in a cage at the reunion, it should be Melody. Make it make sense. Yeah, OG, yeah. Had OG. I was so upset. We already know all the stuff that Evelyn Lazada did. This girl used to jump tables at everybody that come on that show. She would haze. Make it make sense. Ms. Behavior says, I don't like that Martell keeps getting excluded from events. Absolutely. And that's why I say the producers are behind all that. Nell is not coming up with those events. They telling her to start pitching those events. And like I say, to me, this is a reality show. I can spin it the way I want to spin it. This is the way that I see it. Okay, I'm gonna call it out the way that I see it. But now, we're gonna see. I don't know if they're gonna show it next week, where Nell's saying that she got some type of event that's going on. But Martell is not going to be able to show up. If Martell can't show up, Melody can't show up either. Melody shouldn't show up either. Make it make sense, guys. Oh my God. See, in here is real talk. Real talk. So make sure you hit that like button, comment, and share for more unapologetic content, because in here is grown folks. We ain't got time to sugarcoat. Okay. We're going to call it like it is. Okay. And that's real talk. So I don't know what right here I put. So Tisha didn't ask your husband. So Melody has said something to the fact where she has said, Tisha, you didn't ask your husband. Oh yeah, yes. So Melody went ahead and she twisted, she turned it. So when Tisha went and asked, well, Tisha went and told Melody that most of all the stuff that she saw on social media. And that's when Melody went ahead and she turned it and she sat there and said, you didn't ask your husband? Because he was doing some of the talking on social media as well. That's why I say, why do Melody always got to throw Marcel in Tisha's face? And when Melody is in Marcel's face, she got to throw Tisha. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And they wants to film with that. Tisha wants to leave her husband alone with that, knowing that this girl been after their marriage from day one. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. And then she talked about, and see, that's the part where a lot of people call Tisha out. And I love me some Tisha. I ride from Tisha. But I'm still going to call you out, Tisha. I hope you sit there and you cut the card when it comes to Melody. Because Melody even came out into your face and said, when I see Marcel, I'm going to check that A. That's what she said. She said, I'm going to check that 8. And right there, if I was Tisha, I would have jumped up. Look, you are not even going to get in my husband's face. Whatever you got to tell my husband, you're going to tell it to me because you're not even going to go near him. And if I ever hear you going near my husband, it's going to be on. So that's exactly what I would tell Melody, because Melody told Tisha when they was at that little business planting flowers or whatever the heck they was doing. Melody sat there and said, when I see Marcel, I'm going to check him. Girl, and see, that's the part that everybody don't like when it comes to Tisha. Tisha is, I mean, she is totally different from her mom, Miss Wanda. But they also say Tisha, she got a mouth on her as well. I guess she feel like, I'm not going to come down, which I don't want to see Tisha come down off her throne. Not for somebody like Melody. I wouldn't want to see her, but I also wants to see her separate her family from Melody. I'm ready for. I don't care if it's a show. Oh, this is a reality show. They got to film together. How the hell you gonna tell people got to film together when they stealing your man, sitting there coming in and taking your information, hiring people to sit there and say that they were with my husband, hiring my cousin, well, not hiring because they say that Melody did not even give Kiki a dime, but sat there and went ahead and used her, made her look buffoonery, but then got Tisha's first cousin that looked just like her, got her on the show to say that my husband is cheating with somebody else. And you still giving this woman chances after chances after chances just because you say that this is a reality show. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Mr. Haven said, I'd be on like Donkey Kong. I know you would, sis. You ain't playing, and I be too. We don't play that. We Southern girls, we don't play that. And I know Tisha don't play that. Miss Wanda don't play that. And I'd be dang if they gonna go into Kimmy's face and play that. They not gonna play that. So why, just because, oh, we doing it for the show, you making yourself look bad. Because the only person that you guys are lifting up time after time after time is Miss Buddy. Make it make sense. Miss Behavior say, I need Galadins, Tisha to make an appearance. So Miss Sparkers, yes, Miss Sparkers is in the house. Say Tisha acts as if she's slow sometimes. I would have dragged Melody and her little Richard wig out so bad, production would have had to intervene. Oh my God. And we don't provoke violence, but we also ain't going to be no fool. We not going to be no fool. They giving Melody too many passes. And the thing about it is that it's only uplifting one person. I see if something going to come out, of it, to make them look good, but it never makes them look good. So why are you guys handling Melody with kid gloves? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And when the minute that Melody told Tisha, when I see your husband, I'm going to check that, you know what? Right there, I would have stopped and say, you right there, you done cross the line. If anything that you have to tell my husband, you tell it to me. I do not want you in my husband's face. And it's not that I'm insecurity. It's just that I know the slick stuff that you've been playing from day one when it comes to my family and my husband. And that's real talk. Okay. Miss Sparker says it's clear the cat is icing Martell out. Yes, the cat. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I truly think that Martell got some doors open for him. I think that he got a spinoff. I think that they working with him because people love drama, but I wouldn't put it on that show because all they going to do is take it and they twist it and it's going to make it all about Melody, the victim again. I don't want to hear no more about Melody. It's over with. These people been divorced for almost 3 to 4 years. They've been separated for 6 to 7 years. I don't want to hear no more. It's over with. It's done. It's nothing that you could do about it. Now I want to see what's going on with Martell. What's going on with your life? Because I'm sick and tired. It's time for a solution. Is you with Ariane or whoever you with? Show us that side. That's what I want to see. So if he need his own little spinoff away from Love and Marriage in Huntsville, then let it be. That's exactly how I look at it. Okay. I was just trying to pronounce it. She meant Valentine's. Okay, AK. Okay. Girl, you know how I am. Um, Miss Sparkle says that Tisha needs my mouth for a season. She need Miss her mama mouth. That's why they wanted to get Miss Wanda away. Because they know Miss Wanda would have let it have. Miss Wanda, if she was sitting in that table, what you talking about checking somebody's husband? You couldn't even check your own husband. When you had a woman that was in your marriage, half of your marriage, and you trying to say you want to check somebody else's husband, you couldn't even handle the one that was in your own house. That's what I would have went ahead and told her. I would have went ahead and told Melody that. How the heck you want to check my husband when you couldn't even check your own husband, when your husband was sitting there running with a woman half of your marriage in the same town that you was in? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But yet you got all these balls where now you want to handle my husband. Girl, you better go set your tail down and get you a storyline. That's what I would have went ahead and told her. Okay. Yes, indeed. Hmm. Nicole says, "Good afternoon, Lady D and Misbehaving. The Melanuts just posed Martell and AC with the kids at a swimming pool, claiming AC looked pregnant." Yeah, I talked about that earlier. These people are stalkers. So that's why I said there and say, Martell bet not drop that ball. Ariane better not drop that ball because all eyes are on them. They need a spin off and not on that show, away from that show. Tell your story. Tell us, show us what you're doing because all eyes are on you. These people are checking for you. They are saying all these little mean, little slick things, but these people are checking up. They checking for them. Make them pay. Even if Carlos King don't want to pay it, I'm pretty sure Mona Scott wants it because Mona Scott love drama. And if Mona Scott don't want it, I'm pretty sure that Bravo. Because I don't think that Portia and all the rest on Love and not Love and Real Housewives of Atlanta, they gonna be able to sit there and bring in them ratings. The only ones that's going to bring in those ratings, and that's going to be Martell Holt and Ariane Curry. Okay, Miss Sparker say preach. I'm praying for favor for Martell, absolutely, but we can pray for favor until we blue in the face. But Martell got to want it. That's how it works. First, you got to put your foot forward. Then God is going to sit there and He going to do the rest. But you can't sit there and just lay back and whine and make some foolish decisions. You need you a team because these people, like I said, they are out there to assassinate you by any means necessary. Okay? Any means necessary. Misbehavior say, hey, at Nicole Givens, them heifers wouldn't have any content without Martell and Ariane. And that's why I say they better make sure that they walk away this time with the bags. Because if truth be told, and like I said, nobody mad but the devil. If truth be told, every last person, what they got today is because of the off the back of Martell. Even including Miss Buddy. Miss Buddy, yes, she's very smart, business-wise savvy, very. But she wouldn't have never had the doors that she have opened today without riding off the back of Martell. Martell made it all happen. Martell went and used his sources. Martell even said he even helped her own mama sit there and come up. And you know that's what he said, okay? So like I said, don't get mad with the messenger. Nicole says, look like Martell is out with his new family, hopefully with while Miss Buddy wants him at a no contact status for 12 months. Maybe Martell can rebuild and start over. He can. He can. He can. All he needs is the right team. That's all he needs is the right team. Ariane. Nicole also said Ariane and Martell have been content and have been keeping channels alive for years. Absolutely. Ariane and Martell are the ones that's putting food on the tables of these vultures, content creators. Because show not Miss Melody, Buddy is not gonna give you anything. Miss Buddy finally sitting there giving you guys $1,000, and the only reason why she's doing that $1,000 giveaway because Stormy been giving away stuff and people been talking. Miss Buddy don't give her mellow nuts nothing. So all of a sudden, she want to come out. Oh, we're gonna give $1,000 donation or some kind of little contest giveaway or something. Oh, you only doing it now because you just know that people is talking. So Misbehaving says everybody want to see Ariane on the screen. The world wants to see the woman Martell lost his family over. Martell's story is a cautionary tale to men. Don't mess up a good thing. Absolutely. And like I say, this is life. Martell is not the first and he's not the last. So, people I say, well, I don't want to see stuff like this. Well, you show his spine on these people. So quite obvious you wants to see it. Okay. So guys, this right here, this is it. I did my hour. I didn't even know that I went over 11 minutes. Okay. Nicole Gibbons says, I agree, but Martell shows women what can happen if your man feel neglect at home, you will lose him. Absolutely. And like I said, and I've been talking about it for a long time. It takes two. It takes two to tear down the house. That man didn't tear that house down by himself. What man that want to come from a hard day's work, tearing down buildings, building it back up just to come home and watch your wife and her mom sitting on the daggone couch waiting for you to sit there and bring food. Okay, then you got to cook, you got to clean, bathe the kids, comb their hair, and all this other stuff. What man that especially a Southern man, wants to see all that? That's just like sitting there and, she done checked out and then have the audacity wants to hold out. I already talked about that. You keep holding out, sooner or later, you're going to see Ariane Curry around the corner is going to scoop him up. Like I said, what trash to you could be treasure to somebody else. And that's real talk, okay? That's real talk. Yeah, Nicole says she give out promotion codes, Lady D, just not codes that say fire out. And she's not gonna make no t-shirts that say that either. Congratulations, Lady D. Ain't no babies over here. Absolutely. Grown folks, we eat meat, honey. If you can't stand the heat, you get out the kitchen. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna be closing it out. Nicole Gibbons said, "Great show, Lady D. Have a good day, ma'am. Thank you for your great show earlier, Misbehaving." Yes, guys, make sure you go and check out Misbehaving. Misbehaving is fun, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Also, my girl Butterfly, make sure you go ahead and check out her channel. I think that she comes on at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central. Make sure you go ahead and check, but I think it's 8 o'clock. Okay. And Miss Marcella, check out her channel as well. Anthony Lautis, check out his channel. But guys, like I said, this right here, this is a reality show. At the end of the day, you air it out, you are free game. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Okay. So, with all that being said, you all have a prosperous day. Okay, be blessed. Yes, Miss Behaving says 8:45. Okay, 8:45 Eastern, even though she's Central because she's from Baton Rouge, she's from my time. So if I'm not mistaken, 8:45 Central, that's like 7:45, right? I think it's 7:45 Central, but it's 8:45 Eastern, guys. So you figure it out, the time zone. Okay. So on that note, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And Miss Sparker says we can tell how the reunion gonna go. It's so SOS. I don't know what that means, sassy. Okay, guys, you all be blessed.